predictable scale patterns. Rhythmic phrases within the scale. Most intermediate players think their solos sound flat because they need to know more scale patterns. But the real problem is they're playing random notes with no rhythm. We all start practicing this way. B minor pentatonic. But for me, I did that for years. If that sounds like you, today let's break that cycle. This video has a theme. When the rhythm is interesting, the notes become musical. To get my point across, we're going to use a B minor backing track, and I'll leave a link for this track. Very fun to solo over. Just 3 chords, B minor, A major, and G major. And the B minor pentatonic scale works perfectly over this. I'm going to put on this track and play one rhythmic phrase, and it's a kind of repeating phrase, very simple, but it fits over all the chords. Just with one phrase that has some rhythm to it, it's so easy to build off of that. If you want to know how to play better guitar solos, adding rhythm to the notes is the key. So let's break down this one phrase here, right in the center of the B minor pentatonic scale. Using these 3 notes basically, 9 on the D and then 7/9 on the G string. But you're hammering on and pulling off of the G string here. Watch my right hand. I'm only hitting this one time. And when I play this phrase, I'm using alternate picking. Down, up, down. The key is doing it with the pulse of the track. And then you can use little phrases and licks that you already know, tying it to this repeating phrase. Why this works is because it's rhythmic. It follows the pulse. Repetitive licks always sound good if you have them locked in time. Now let's build a few more simple rhythmic phrases, and then I'll show you how they all tie together, and you won't want to put your guitar down because you're going to be inspired. If you ever wondered how to make your guitar solo sound more musical, this rhythm trick will help. So I already broke down this phrase a little earlier, right within the center of the B minor pentatonic scale. Now this one is similar in where it's stationed at, a little different feel. It just starts with on the 9th fret of the G string, and on a downstroke there, on the upstroke, you're going to hit 2 strings, the B and G strings on the 7th fret. Downstroke. Back to that home bass note, the B note, the 9th fret of the D string. And then, again, repeating phrases in time with the music is musical. And that's very repeatable. And within that first position, you can play a phrase when you play a phrase like that in time and intentional, it sounds great. So you're just a full bend on 10 of the B string, bending to the B note, and then hitting the B note on the 7th fret here, on the E string, and then using the blue note here, you're pulling down from 10 to 9 on the G string, and then hitting 7. Do it slow. Make sure you have the mechanics of the lick down with all of these, and then you can speed it up a little bit. Then also repeating, you can always go up to this little extension. Always, once I vision this first position, I'm always visioning this extension. It's so useful and very musical because a lot of times you can just slide up to it. So the extension is just 12-10, 12-10, 11 on the G. And you can play and that sounds musical also, reaching up to that higher note. Again, you're hammering on and pulling off here on 10 to 12. Then going up to 14, back to your home bass note. 7, 11, home bass note. Anywhere you can play a lick, there's always an octave up or down. Great way to play guitar solos is just using those octaves. These type of licks don't just work over this track, they're going to work over any B minor track. I'm telling you, give it a try, but I'll leave a link for this one because it's fun. Let me know if you got something out of today's lesson, and it's always good to hang out with you. Thanks a lot.